Hi, everyone. I have a fantastic story for you today. It will motivate you in addition to helping you with your listening exercises. Nothing is Free is a story that will demonstrate how perseverance and hard effort can transform lives. A 20-year-old man named William lived in a small, peaceful village encircled by mountains. William dreamed big. He aspired to become a prosperous businessman and the owner of a network of restaurants. But he didn't have an easy life. William's family was having financial difficulties. His mother, Nora, earned a living by cleaning houses, and his father, Benjamin, worked as a mechanic. At the age of 10, Hazel, William's younger sister, viewed him as her hero. William sat outside his modest home one chilly evening and gazed up at the stars. "I want to provide a better life for my family," he said to himself in a whisper. "We hardly have enough to survive, so how do I begin?" William told his father about his dreams the following day. "Dreams are not free, William," Benjamin sighed. "You have to battle to get what you desire. Begin with what you have, no matter how tiny." William gave his father's comments careful thinking. Then he had a thought. He saw that although people in his town enjoyed fresh bread, they had to go to a bakery that was far away. He made the decision to start a local fresh bread business. However, there was an issue. William couldn't afford to buy the bread. He made the bold decision to go up to Mr. Lucas, the proprietor of the bakery. Mr. Lucas was a sour old man who hardly ever trusted anyone, and William walked miles to meet him. "I want to sell your bread in my town, Mr. Lucas, but I don't have the money to buy it up front," William Benjamined confidently. "Can you put your trust in me for a week? I'll sell the bread, give you your money back, and retain a little of the proceeds." Mr. Lucas's eyebrow went up. "Young man, why should I trust you?" he said. "Because I am resolute and will put in a lot of effort to prove myself." William firmly replied. Mr. Lucas said, "All right, I'll give you bread for a week," following a protracted silence. "Don't bother coming back here if you don't repay me." William was overjoyed. He brought the bread back to his town early the following morning and erected a little kiosk by the park. "Fresh bread," he said enthusiastically and smilingly to each onlooker. Delicious and warm. People were apprehensive at first. The bread's quality was unknown to them. However, William quickly gained his first client by providing free samples. He sold all of the bread at the end of the day and turned a little profit. He went back to Mr. Lucas that night and gave him his money back. "You kept your word," the elderly guy stated with a nod. "Return tomorrow." William worked non-stop after that. He got up at 4 in the morning, went to the bakery, took bread to his town, and sold it with unwavering enthusiasm. 2 months later, he had saved up enough cash to purchase a little cart that would facilitate carrying more bread. A customer once said, "William, how about making your own bread? You're good at selling, but you'll make more money baking." William was both excited and frightened by this thought. In all his life, he had never cooked anything. William came to the realization that nothing is free at this point, not progress, achievement, or knowledge. "I have to study and take chances if I want to achieve." The thought of making his own bread kept coming to William's mind. His profit would increase, and he wouldn't need to rely on Mr. Lucas if he could bake. However, there was a significant issue. He had no baking skills. William made the decision to seek Mr. Lucas's assistance. When William delivered his payment the following morning, he asked, "Mr. Lucas, could you teach me how to bake?" The elderly man scowled. "Why should I instruct you? You will no longer purchase from me if you bake. My business will suffer as a result." "You're true, but I will never forget the man who gave me my first chance," William Benjamin, glancing at him. "I'll make sure to support your bakery as well, if I'm successful." After giving it some thinking, Mr. Lucas Benjamin, "Okay, but baking isn't easy. It requires hard work, patience, and time. I'll teach you if you're prepared for it." Early the following morning, the lessons started. Before the sun rose at 3 a.m., William reached the bakery. He learned from Mr. Lucas how to combine the flour, knead the dough, and bake it to perfection. William struggled at first. His bread was either too soft or too firm, and kneading injured his hands. William sat down, feeling defeated one day after destroying yet another batch of bread. Perhaps I'm not qualified for this, he thought to himself. Perhaps I should give up. Then he recalled what his father had said. Dreams are not free. He came to see that each error was a teaching moment. There was no surrender. William returned to the bakery the following day, even more determined. He meticulously rehearsed each step. His bread gradually got better. "This is perfect, William," Mr. Lucas observed, passing him a loaf after 2 weeks. "You're prepared." William was ecstatic. He started making bread at home after renting a little oven. His family was in awe of his diligence. His mother prepared tea for him as he worked through the night, and his younger sister Hazel assisted him in packing the bread. William soon sold more than just bread. He also began baking pastries and cookies. The town's residents adored his goods. "William's bread tastes better than anything we've ever had," they said. Success, however, wasn't simple. A young man named Henry started a new bakery in the town one day. Henry had a large, upscale store with vibrant decor and signage. Curious, people began purchasing from him instead. William saw a decline in sales. He was afraid. What if what he had worked so hard to achieve was gone? However, William made the decision to get well, rather than panic. "What do you like about Henry's bakery?" he inquired, after listening to his patrons. "How can I improve?" According to others, Henry's store is tidy and attractive. His cakes are beautifully designed, according to others. William came to the realization that he needed to develop as a businessman as well as a baker. William used his savings to paint his cart, adorn it with vibrant decorations, and begin giving away free samples of his newly created pastries. He even watched movies in the library to learn how to decorate cakes. Customers gradually came back to him. "I've seen many young men give up when times get hard, but you didn't," an older woman told William one evening. "We trust you because of this." William was proud of what she had said. As the months went by, William's company expanded. He was able to rent a little shop using his savings. It was cozy and inviting, though not as large as Henry's. William's Fresh Bakes was his name. He got up early every morning, made fresh bread, and cheerfully opened his shop. He was assisted by his sister and dad. Nora handled the accounts, while Hazel, now 11, enjoyed chatting with customers. William, however, was aware that his adventure was far from over. He wanted to prove to himself that everything is achievable with hard work, reach a wider audience, and make his family proud. William's Fresh Bakes, his bakery, was starting to take center stage in the community. His cakes, pastries, and fresh bread were adored. His family was proud of him, and his business was expanding. William was still put to the test in life. William saw smoke emanating from the bakery one rainy night while he was closing his store. A tiny fire had started next to the oven when he hurried inside. Although much of his equipment was damaged, he was able to put out the fires by grabbing water rapidly. When the villagers learned of the fire, they came to see how he was doing the following morning. "Oh no," some re-Benjamined. "What will William do now?" Others muttered, "Perhaps this is his last moment." Despite his heartbreak, William remained resilient. "This is just a challenge," he stated as he stood outside his bakery. "I will overcome this challenge, just as I have in the past. I refuse to give up." After inhaling deeply, he started formulating a plan. After calculating his savings, he discovered that it was insufficient to replace all of the equipment. Fear came in for a second. William, however, recalled his trip. How he began with only hard work and a dream. William asked for assistance, rather than sitting there worrying. "Sir, I need advice," he began, approaching the retiring Mr. Lucas. "If you were me, how would you respond?" "You already know the answer, William," Mr. Lucas stated with a smile. "Nothing is free, because you've taught yourself that. People will believe in you if you put in more effort and have faith in yourself." Motivated, William made the decision to rebuild. He didn't wait for help to arrive. Using what little equipment he had left, he resumed baking at home. "I won't let you down," he assured his clients. "Even if it's only a little bit for the time being, I'll continue to serve you." His bravery was respected by the villagers. Many of them began to assist him. A few contributed their time to assist him in cleaning and repairing the bakery, while others provided ingredients and modest sums of money. William came to a crucial realization. People notice when you put forth a lot of effort and never give up. When someone helps themselves, they want to help them. William reopened his bakery after months of arduous labor. It was better than before. He put fresh decor, painted the walls, and even brought in new products like muffins and cupcakes. His clients were ecstatic. "William, you are a true inspiration," the town's Alexander stated. "On the day of the ceremonial reopening, you have resolutely demonstrated all of that to us. You can do anything. I want to thank all of you," William re-Benjamined as he stood in front of the audience. "I've learned from you that nothing in life is free, not love, respect, or success. Everything needs to be gained via perseverance, patience, and hard effort. Don't let failure deter you. Every obstacle serves as a springboard for something bigger." Since then, William's bakery has sold more than just bread. It started to represent hope. People began traveling from distant places to meet the unwavering young man. We learn it from William's story. Dreams are not free to start. They demand sacrifice and hard labor. Secondly, failure does not mean the end. It's an opportunity to grow and learn. 3. Take care of yourself first. People will support you once they see how hard you're working. 4th, never give up. Often the darkest times occur right before achievement. William built more than just a bakery. He created a life that was full of pride, respect, and purpose. You can, too. Never give up on your dreams, no matter what they may be. Keep in mind that nothing is free. However, everything is conceivable.